Hi, we're the Bloodhound Gang. Bloodhound Gang. Bloodhound Gang.
So put your hands down my pants, and I'll bet you feel nuts.
Hi, we're the Bloodhound Gang.
Bloodhound Gang.
Bloodhound Gang. Hi, we're the Bloodhound
Gang. We are.
Hi, we're the Bloodhound Gang. But I wish I was in the Venga Boys, and he wishes he was in
Slayer.
And he wishes he was in
Big Daddy Kane's.
And he wishes he was in
Marcy's backing band.
And he wishes he was in
Iron Maiden.
So check out a video by Oasis or something.
I hope you die.
Please give it up for the lead singer of the Bloodhound Gang, Jimmy Pop Ali.
New shoes or Lisa Nicole Jim canceled?
We started out kind of as a joke. We just we didn't have anything to do, and so we started playing parties at our bassist Jared's house.
No one would really show up, so I figured, you know, if we had some bands playing in the basement, then people might start showing up. It didn't work, but Bloodhound Gang was one of the bands I had.
But I can take the heat on the other white meat known as Kid Funky. Yeah, I'm hung like Planet Pluto, hard to see with a naked eye. If I crashed into your radio, I would stick it where the sun don't shine.
One time they played there, and they had this guy, and I don't know how he did it, but this was the most amazing act I've ever seen. The guy came out on stage, well, not stage, but came out on the floor of the basement, which was covered in broken glass from us smashing TVs and microwaves down there. The guy would strip naked, roll around in the broken glass, and then he played switch 'em. You stick one thumb in your mouth and one thumb up your butt, and then you switch 'em. When I saw that, I was like, this is the band I want to be in.
I'm not black like Barry White, I am white like Frank Black is.
So we made up some demos and got an independent record deal and put out a very brilliant record called Dingleberry Haze. From there, we got a record deal with Columbia Records, and I think we were actually the fastest dropped band ever because we were dropped from Columbia Records in 3 months, even before our record came out, and that was called Use Your Fingers. You can pick that up at any bargain bin. And then we put out another record called One Fierce Beer Coaster, and that did really well everywhere but in, what's that place called, England?
Jenny, I don't know if you knew it or not, but I was an intern on Howard Stern. I applied 3 times. The 4th time I got the job, and then I quit.
Why did you quit?
Because I got a record deal. This interview's over.
Yo, yo.
Then we put out our new record, Hooray for Boobies, another masterpiece.
The Bloodhound Gang style.
It's tough to describe, you know, it's like, it's white trash rap.
It's like a mixture of everything.
It's trailer park rap.
You know, rock, rap, cheesy 80s music.
It's music you want to listen to when you're sitting on the porch of some rundown house, drinking cheap beer, and slapping your wife.
It's like putting that stuff into a blender, and you get like a blood.
I don't know.
Depeche Mode.
Doing too many drugs?
Slayer.
Drinking too much beer?
The Wu-Tang Clan.
Watching too much bad American TV?
I have an eclectic taste in music. It's just very bad.
We like to steal music from other people because their music's kind of better than what we can do.
Around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world.
Everything you would want in a song, except good lyrics.
I have the privilege of writing all the lyrics for the Bloodhound Gang, which really isn't anything to be proud of. They're really stupid. There's one about a girl giving me a Hummer, and it says, "You must be 5 stars because my staff's at full attention." And I thought that was pretty clever. Maybe not.
We'll do it doggy style so we can both watch X-Files.
I thought that was pretty brilliant. My mom helped me write that one.
This is what I do for fun. This is the state of mind I was in when I write my dumb songs.
But what happens is I write all the lyrics at once. So I stick myself in my apartment with a couple cartons of Marlboro Reds, as you can hear in my smooth, sassy voice. I just sit there for a month and write all the lyrics, and the problem is that I get horny because I'm alone in my apartment, so all the lyrics turn out being about sex and how I'm not getting any. So that's my inspiration, is usually loneliness.
Why is everybody always picking on me? Because you wore velour flares until the late 80s. But why is everybody always picking on me? Because you run like a girl and you sit down to pee.
The lyrics are very, you know, I guess they could be considered offensive. The male as much as we are the female.
Are we worried we're going to offend people? I don't think so.
People don't really get offended by much anymore.
I think that a lot of people spend their time being negative about things and just complaining, and nothing gets done. So if you can get a good chuckle out of, you know, politics or, you know, other people or, you know, sex or any of that stuff, I mean, that's what it's about. You know, you're supposed to be happy. You know, why not have a good laugh?
We're not meant to be listened to for any deep meaning or anything. You just put the record on, get some Rolling Rocks or Guinness, and you know, sit back and forget it's on and have a good time with your friends.
Anyone that's older than like 12 years old probably shouldn't be listening to our music anyway.
If they get offended, I think they probably need a hobby.
They have all this free time to sit around and listen to our music. Get a job, all right? Go hang out at the unemployment office or something.
I wouldn't say there's anything taboo.
I would think Mother Teresa might be sacred, but then we already did her.
I think you could find humor in anything.
Princess Di, I would think we wouldn't want to, but yeah, we did something making fun of her too.
We have a song coming up about the Holocaust because it's about making a gay porn in Auschwitz, and it's called Schindler's Fist. And I think it's going to be really big. I think any topic's fair. It also helps that we're Americans, so, you know, we're septics, we're mutts. We're all mixed up, so we can get away with making fun of everything because our bassist is half black, and I have Jewish blood running through my veins, and our DJ's dumb, so we can make fun of retarded people.
Who's the dumbest member of the Bloodhound Gang?
Yeah, I wouldn't think there's really anything that's going to be safe from us. Because we start drinking, and we start talking, and everything comes out.
The grossest thing I think we ever did was when we played some shows where we've thrown up on each other. I would have to say that was pretty gross.
We get a lot of bad reviews saying, what are you doing, you know? Music should be, you know, you should be serious about it, but why? You know, it's humorous. We're the same way on stage as we are on the bus or out at the restaurant, you know, so we're real people, and the way we act is the way we act on stage, and that's how it reflects on our music.
At a Bloodhound Gang live performance, there's a bunch of terrible music going on stage.
It's a lot of energy.
A lot of beers passed around.
Normally the crowd spends most of the time up on the stage.
Really intense.
We usually like to get the audience drunk, so we look like we're better than what we are.
It's entertainment.
Since we don't know how to play instruments, we usually jump around a lot to take the attention away from that. We're not the best looking guys and don't know how to dance. And then you throw other things in.
We have these giant super soakers that we have our guys that tune our guitars come out and squirt the crowd down with. But what the crowd doesn't know is that sometimes they're filled with water, but sometimes they're filled with milk, sometimes they're filled with pee. Sometimes the sound guy takes it back into the bathroom and pleasures himself into it.
We want to give them their money's worth.
And we spray it on the crowd.
And then some if we can.
But
probably the craziest thing on stage for me is I tend to forget where I am when we're playing.
Sometimes we vomit on each other, sometimes we vomit on the crowd.
Sometimes I don't pay attention.
Sometimes we spit on the crowd.
I've taken a fall more than once, just right off the front into the crowd.
They spit on us.
They always think it looks really cool, and they think that I did it, like I was being cool. I'm like, no, I just slipped and fell because I wasn't watching what I was doing. And it's just something I always do.
Stuff you read in the bio, stuff like that, it's all true, but we don't do it anymore. So we kind of stay one step ahead of the media and the fans, because if they know what you're going to do, then it's not shocking anymore.
We like to involve the audience in the show, so sometimes we'll offer them $100 to say, come out on stage and drink a case of warm Pepsi.
A lot of bands haven't done this or haven't thought about doing it.
Drink a gallon of milk or eat a pound of butter.
So every time we go on play a show or go on a tour, we usually have new shtick.
We had a guy eat a pound of butter the other day, and apparently you get really sick if you try and eat butter.
Usually it's been working for us.
Because he got down there, and it was just like eating a candy bar. He wrapped it back, and he forced his way into it. He was doing great for about 3 bites.
It's just a big party, you know, college frat thing.
And then, I don't know, his eyes crossed, and his skin just looked totally pale. And he fell over sideways, and he was puking up this stuff. It just looked like a river filled with little icebergs of squished butter.
I've never experienced anything like it.
Oh, it was disgusting. I think he ended up in the hospital after that one.
It's basically anything you could think of, but if you think of it, we probably already did it.
Put the head up high, blow your face out.
Okay, are we ready to see some alternative-looking kids?
Our fan base, freaks.
There's a lot of people that buy our records.
Everybody you could think of.
I feel like I'm on Jeopardy or something. I'll take our fans for 100, Alex. Our fans, I would say, are probably
Degenerates.
They vary, like, depending on where you're at. I mean, the age bracket is anywhere from, like,
9-year-old kids who just know one song and, you know, because they heard us on the radio or saw us on TV. And then there's, like, the 50-year-old guy who likes us because he thinks that, like, he reads into the lyrics and says, oh, it's really neat and intelligent how you put those lines together.
I would say white trash, but I mean, we have white trash, black trash,
dirty punk rock kids,
Jewish trash, Indian trash.
You have the teeny boppers.
American Indian trash, Oriental trash.
Then you have, like, the really hot models that don't do anything, that go to the show because they think it's cool and a lot of other friends go to it. And then when they leave the show, like, I don't believe I went there.
The lowest human denominator.
If there's anything I've learned from touring so much and seeing so much of the world, is that, you know, kids are the same everywhere. They just want to go out, they want to drink beer, jump around, act like idiots, sweat a lot, and get punched.
The filthiest, basest, but most vile degenerates in the world, our fan base, and we love them for it.
Look, I don't care how good-looking you are, okay? I cannot listen to this crap any longer. What is that, the Bloodhound Gang? You know, I often wonder myself, whatever happens to these one-hit wonder loser bands, huh?
Bad Touch kind of crossed us over into the pop or mainstream. It's kind of a song that it has a good melody to it. You know, when you listen to it, it's like, wow. And it's really not our style music, but we don't have a style, so it kind of is our style.
And I turned on the Discovery Channel, and I'm like, man, those monkeys are going at it, and here I am alone on a Friday night with a cheese pizza. And this is after having sold millions of records around the world. Not in England, but around the world. And I thought, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? So I wrote a song about
Being on a girl, and then a girl is doing a horse, and then a guy is doing a chicken. Now, how could they ban our video when you didn't have that stuff there?
That's what I don't understand. It's strange because all we have are two monkeys screwing in our video, and they banned it.
The kind you clean up with the mop and bucket, the lost catacombs of Egypt. Only God knows where we stuck it.
What's great about boobies? What kind of question is that?
Boobies? How's my acting?
It's almost like how women have penis envy. Boys have, like, booby envy.
I love boobies.
So there's the man boob, which we don't love.
Some other synonyms for boobies are?
Cans.
I think what happened was we thought Hooray for Boobies could possibly be the dumbest title for a record.
Udders.
Tits.
Melons.
Even though I think The Sun actually said it was the best title for a record.
Knockers.
Boobies are, you know, the greatest thing in the world. There's nothing bad about them.
Every guy loves boobies.
Even when they're not really nice ones.
And every chick that has boobs has to love her own boobs.
Feed bags. Boobs are the first thing a guy looks at with a girl. I don't care if they say it's their legs or their eyes. It's the boobs.
Those things are so great.
They're fun to look at. They're fun to touch.
Any kind of boobies.
I like to date girls that when you walk in the mall, guys don't look at their boobs.
Big, fat cow tits. Jugs.
But when they're naked in the room with you, then you're like, wow, there's a nice set of rack you have.
Tiny little fried egg tits.
I like natural boobies. I don't like fake boobies.
Those tits that look like a clamshell inside of a tube sock.
Which is bad because I live in Los Angeles now, which is very cool, and all the ladies should know that LA is cool.
Sandwich trays.
Sandwich trays. I don't like fake boobs, and I don't like the fried eggs. So anywhere in between, as long as they're real, that's fine with me.
I have no problem with it.
My mother didn't breastfeed me, so maybe that has something to do with it. My father did. It was weird.